Hi friends, let us explore pointer arithmetic in C programming language. It is better you watch pointers in C lecture video before this discussion so that you can easily understand the concept of pointer arithmetic in C programming language. The link is given in the description. Let us see what you mean by pointer arithmetic in C language. Pointer arithmetic defines a set of arithmetic operations that can be performed on pointer data. We have already discussed what do you mean by pointer. Pointer is nothing but a variable which holds the address of another variable. That is what we have discussed in the previous video to discuss about the basic concepts of pointers. So now this pointer arithmetic gives a set of arithmetic operations which can be performed on pointer data. Let us see what are the operations we can do on the pointers. The first one is increment and decrement operations. That is, you can increment the pointer variable and decrement. The second one is addition of an integer to pointer. Third operation is subtraction of an integer from pointer. Let us further explore how these operations are performed on pointer data with the example. Let us try to understand increment and decrement operations in pointers. The increment operation on pointer will increment the pointer value by the size of the data type for which the pointer points to. Similarly, the decrement operation on pointer will decrement the pointer value by the size of the data type for which the pointer points to. Now you may have a doubt how to know the size of the data type in C language. So there is an operator called size of. I'll show you a simple example. Let us see the C program to get the size of the data type in C language. Here, the first printf statement, we are printing size of int. That means the int data type, that is integer data type. So the next printf statement, we are printing size of float data type. Third print statement, it prints the size of character data type. So the size of operator will give you the number of bytes reserved for the particular data type. So what is output here? You see 441. That means the integer data type occupies 4 bytes, float data type occupies 4 bytes, and character data type occupies 1 byte. So this is the way you can know the size of the data type in C language. Let us see a simple program to understand the use of incrementation and decrementation operators on pointers. In this program, we have declared a variable p and it is a pointer to integer data type. And we have declared a array, integer array with the size of 6 and elements are 5, 7, 2, 4, 9, 11. Now, see the next statement, p is equal to a. So what is p actually? P is a pointer variable and the pointer will always have the address of another variable. So we have already discussed when you assign a value to this pointer, we are assigning address of some variable. But here, as it is an array, instead of saying address of a of 0, it is enough to say a. So that means the address of a of 0 is assigned to this pointer variable p. Now you see the first printf statement. It prints the value of p and I am using an operator percentage %u because the pointer variable is an address. So we have to provide sufficient space to hold the address. So I use the notation percentage %u because u means unsigned int. That means the bit used for sign is also reserved for holding the value. So that is why whenever you print the pointer variable, that is address, it is must to use percentage %u. So when you print this statement, you see what is output here. It prints the address of the first value a of 0, that is 429453584. That is the address of a of 0. Refer the next statement p plus plus. This plus plus increment operator is operating on pointer variable p, which is pointing to integer data type. So we already seen integer data type occupies 4 bytes. So this operation will increment the address by 4. So when you print the value of p in the next print statement, you see here it is incremented by 4, that is 84 plus 4 88. Now the next print statement, you observe here I am using the indirection operator. So when you use it here, this is called indirection. That means the content stored in the address specified by p. So now p is pointing to the next address, that means 7. So it will print the value 7 here. So what is next operation? P minus minus. So again similarly this minus minus will decrement the address p by size of the data type. So here the size of the data type integer is 4 bytes. So again it will decrement by 4. So now if you print the content stored in the address specified by p using indirection operator, it will print the value 5 now. Because if you see the address p, you can see that again it is printing that the address of a of 0. Now if we see the next print statement, so what we have done, we have used indirection operator, that is asterisk or star p plus plus. So what is the output of this statement is, as C language operates from left to right in print statement, so what will happen, the indirection operator will work first. That means the content stored in the address specified by p. So now what is the address stored in p? It is pointing to the first value, that is 5. So 5 will be printed. After that, that address will be incremented by 4, because plus plus operator will increment by the size of the data type. So it will increment by 4. So when I print the address in the next print statement, we can see that it has again become 88, 588. So now when you see the next print statement here, so again I'm using the indirection operator, but you see the difference here, I have used brackets. So due to this difference, what will happen, the content stored in the address specified by p will be printed, that is 7 will be printed, and also here the address is not incremented, the value itself will be incremented by 1. So value means it will increment by 1 only. So that is 7 will become 8. So when you print the value of p, that is value of p means value stored in the address specified by p, that is using indirection operator, you can see that the output is 8. So we have to clearly understand how this pointer arithmetic is works on that plus plus and minus minus. Let us see an example C program for the concept of addition of an integer to pointer and subtraction of an integer from pointer. In this C program, we have declared an array A with the elements of 45, 56, 15, 12, 33, 66, and we have declared an integer pointer variable p, that is p is a pointer variable pointing to integer data type, and currently it is assigned with the address of a of 0. That means the pointer pointing to array A. That means address of a of 0 is assigned to the pointer variable p. So when you print the address p, you can see that this is the address of a of 0. Now I am giving p is equal to p plus 4. So when you add an integer to pointer, it is not just adding this value 4, it is adding 4 multiplied by size of the data type it points to. Now p is pointing to integer data type. So what is the size of the integer? We already seen 4. So 4 into 4 16. So the 16 will be added with this address. So the new address for P will be, this is the value after adding 16. So when you print the address P, the value is added by 16 here. Now the next print statement, by using indirection operator, I am printing the content stored in the address specified by P. So what is a P value now? This is the value. That means first address is 44, next 48, then 52, then 56, then 60. That means this 33 will be printed here for this printf statement. Now I am giving P is equal to P minus 2. So again subtraction of an integer from pointer. Here what will happen? It will not just subtract 2, it will subtract P minus 2 into size of the data type the pointer points to. So again this pointer is pointing to integer. So the address will be subtracted by 2 into 4, 8. So that means the new address value for P will be, if you print that value of P, you can see that it is subtracted by 8. That means 60 minus 8, 52 here. Now if you print the value stored in the address specified by P using indirection operator, so this 15 will be printed. Okay, so this is the way the addition of an integer to pointer and subtraction of an integer pointer works in C language. Next, addition of pointer with another pointer. It does not have any meaning, but subtraction of pointer from another pointer is allowed only when both points to same array elements. For example, in this C program, we have declared an integer array A with the elements 45, 56, 15, 12, 33, 66. And we have declared a pointer variable P, and it is currently pointing to an integer array A. That means it has the address of A of 0. And we have declared two more pointer variables P1 and P2 and another variable N. Next, we print the address P and content stored in the address specified by P. Currently P is pointing to A of 0. So now this is the address of A of 0 and content is 45. The next statement, P is equal to P plus 5. This means that P plus 5 into size of the data type the pointer points to. Currently pointer is pointing to integer data type. So this will be multiplied by 4. So 5 into 4, 20. So now the address will be added by 20. So 28 has become 48. So when you print the value of P, so this is the current address stored in P. And the content stored in this address is 66. That is what printed here. Now we assign P1 is equal to P. That means the address stored in P is also copied to P1. The next statement, P is equal to P minus 3. This means that P minus 3 multiplied by size of the data type the pointer is pointing to. Currently the pointer is pointing to integer. So this will become P minus 3 into 4 because integer occupies 4 bytes. So 3 into 4, 12. So the current value of P, when you print it, you can see here it is subtracted by 12. So it will become 36 here. And content stored in the address specified by P, that is 15, that you can refer this array. The next statement, I just copy the current value of P to P2. Now when you subtract P1 minus P2, what will happen? So you can see the output. When you print the value of N, it is just printing 3. What is this 3 actually? This is the number of elements between these two addresses P1 and P2. So when you subtract one pointer from another pointer, it is not printing the difference between the address itself, but instead it prints the number of elements between these two addresses P1 and P2. Find the output of this C program. So these kind of questions will appear in the GATE examination. So in this program, we have declared a function prototype the function name is fun, and the argument what we are passing is a pointer variable to integer data type. In the main function, we have declared a variable I of integer data type and array A with the elements 4, 6, 7, 3, and T is a pointer variable to integer data type, and T is assigned with the address of the array A. That means address of A of 0 is assigned to the pointer variable T, and we are calling the function fun with the argument T. So what is T actually? T is a pointer to this array A. When you call this function fun in the main program, so the value of the T is passed to this pointer variable S. Within the function, you declare a local variable I, and you have a for loop which operates from 0 to 3. So each time we are printing the value stored in the address specified by S, that is indirection operator will operate like that. So what is this S? S is initially it got the address of the A of 0, because the address of A of 0 is stored in T and T is passed to S. So the content stored in the address specified by S will be printed. Then the content will be incremented by 1, and even though the content is incremented by 1, but as we are operating from left to right, first it will print the content, then it will added by 1. Next, you add the address of S by plus plus. That means it will add the pointer variable by the size of the data type. That means it will go to the next element. So when you see the output, so you can see it here, 4, 6, 7, 3 only it will be printed. But actually the content will become, after printing, this will become 5, 7, 8, 4. But here we are getting only 4, 6, 7, 3 because we are operating from left to right in the print statement. That means print the content stored in the address specified by S. After printing, then you are incrementing by 1. Find the output of the C code given here. So we have declared an integer array A with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and P is a pointer variable to integer data type, and it is assigned with the address of A of 0. So when we print the content of P plus 2, so initially P is pointing to this element. So as we are adding 2, so actually we already discussed the addition of integer to the pointer. So when you understood that concept, so automatically this print statement will print this 3, and the next print statement again it is adding an integer to the pointer variable, so the output will be 4. So what is the output of this code? 3 and 4. Try to solve this problem and find the output of the C code given here and give the answer in comment section.